Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Donna Flame Brain. Obviously I'm Donna with the Flame Brain. My first video 2019 is January the 13th. I really want to say to you Happy New Year, because obviously it's my first time seeing you guys this year, and yeah, I really want to wish you the best this year, because I know for myself particularly there's going to be many blessings, loads of things to look forward to this year, which obviously you guys can join me on that one. I'm going to be journaling, jotting, journaling, vlogging, whatever, a lot of my kind of experiences and things, a lot more, hopefully. If I don't, it's just because I can't. It's not because of any other reason. I'm never going to be bored of this. I really enjoy letting you guys know what's going on. Right, firstly, let me just say sorry about the coat. I know I'm inside, but what happened was, when I was getting everything ready for the video, I sort of hit everything over and then woke up the dog. So I've just come back from taking for a walk, and for the life of me, I cannot get warm. I'm absolutely freezing. I had gloves on just now and everything. Look at my hands, they're red. It's freezing outside. So that's the reason for the coat. Hopefully, maybe I'll get warmer through this video and I can take my coat off. Okay, so I got a few notes here just to keep me on track. Please watch my previous videos, the face-to-face ones. There's two of them there, just because one is more like a disclaimer, kind of letting you know what these videos are all about, and warning you what I might do during these videos, which is generally forget what I'm saying, rant on, ramble, swear. The biggest problem I have is forgetting what I'm saying, and that's why I got some notes here. I don't have any notes of what to say, but I got a few notes. I can't even see that. I got a few. My writing's gone terrible. I got a few notes of to kind of keep me remembering what I want to say to you. Okay, so yeah, so the welcome. I just want to say to you, like, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here and listening to me again. Please like and please subscribe. And if there's anybody you know who is either a recovering from any kind of brain injury, brain illness, brain condition, anybody who's caring for somebody or in recovery, so you've got survivors, sufferers, recovery, carers, then please let them know about my videos or my channel, because hopefully we can get more interactive and I can talk on topics that really affect you. Right now I'm talking mainly about myself, because that's just the way things have gone a minute, and this sort of channel has allowed me to do that. I'm able to talk straight and honest, which is something which is hard to do sometimes with friends and family. So let me see. So recent symptoms update. So since I've spoken to you last, which I know was a while ago, I have been basically more of the same: memory problems, randomness. I don't know, there's been a few things like loss of appetite, and I've been in so much pain lately. So much pain. It's mainly my neck. It feels like my head is too heavy for my neck. Also getting pain around like my rib area and my back of my shoulder. So I'm taking painkillers for them, which kind of rubbish really. Doesn't really touch it. I don't know why. So with that, I'm having a lot of problems with sleeping. I get a lot of insomnia. Again, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the steroids, but the steroids have gone down. So I'm taking 15 milligrams now, which is 3 tablets. I started off on 6, which was 60 milligrams. So each month they've been going down, and I'm, probably going down a little bit with it. But hopefully, my neurologist is very confident that this is the best plan. So, recent symptoms update. So memory problems, word loss. That's it. Word pronunciation problems as well. I've been having problems saying things. A lot of words I've lost. Certain things I don't know what it is anymore. But that's not anything new. That's been going on for a while anyway. But just reminding you of the things I go through. It's not all bad. I've said this before. We have a laugh. I say some random words, mix words together, things like that. Right. So I got recent mistakes here. What do you call this? Loads. But again, I don't know whether you can hear. You probably can't, because I don't have a proper microphone on here in a minute. I do have, I said, the full kit, which I hopefully will start using if my daughter helps me with the proper mic. But not that you're going to want to hear my jaw clicking, but it's one of those symptoms I have. Don't know why that happens. No one's ever explained to me why that happens. So again, if you have any type of encephalitis, or in the UK they say encephalitis, and your jaw clicks, and any symptoms that I say right now kind of you have, please let me know in the comment box, because it is really nice to know that this is okay or this is right, because I know we have flare-ups and things, like sometimes we're okay with general aches and pains and things, but then sometimes things go a little bit mental and you have the full whack. You don't even know what day it is, you don't know anything, and on top of that you have a whole heap of body pain. You can't really do much for yourself, and I've gone through that a few times recently. Okay, let me just tell you a little bit about my appointments. So again, because I haven't been here for a while, I've got lots of updates you want. So in November I went to see a neuropsychiatrist. Now my GP referred me to them mainly because I opened up honestly about some of the things I was experiencing, and it's very hard for me because I'm always trying to cover things, just mainly because I want things to go back to the way they were. I kind of haven't, until recently, I guess, recognised that I got this new brain to try and master. So I don't know, anyway. So I told the doctor about some of the hallucinations and things I was getting. I thought finally I'll kind of get them out there, and she was a bit concerned, and she referred me to the community mental health team. When they received my referral, they decided to bounce it back to the Heath because I'm under the neurologist, and they thought, okay, she needs a little bit more sort of investigation than the kind of community mental health team. So I went to see a really fabulous guy. He's actually a really top guy, and it's like I'm really lucky to see him. So I went to see him, a neuropsychiatrist, and he just sat there while I just talked on and on and on. And you guys know I can talk, those who know me personally in real life anyway. Which was good, because sometimes I can talk on, but then when somebody asks me a question, I can't, I obviously I know the answer, but I can't say it out. I can't express it. I can't communicate it, I guess. There's all like titles and words for these things. I just can't remember them, and they're kind of hard to say for me anyway. Again, you can just Google encephalitis. You can look into it more yourself. It's better that way, because I might just tell you something that's just not true. Well, not true, just not correct, I suppose, in a kind of medical way, because I'm not obviously medically trained. I'm just a sufferer / somebody in recovery. Well, hoping to be in recovery anyway, but I think that I'm doing well. So so I went to see a neuropsychiatrist, and that was bonfire night, and then he listened to me talk, and he at the end of it decided that he believes I need further investigation. He said something's definitely wrong with my memory, which I'm thinking, okay, well it is, obviously, because of the damage caused by the brain inflammation. It's like a balloon, when it blows up, it goes back down. It's never going to be the same sort of format, shape, whatever again. So it changes. So that's my brain. So he kind of, after listening to me, realised that the hallucinations were actually tricks of the mind, mainly because I don't sleep much, like tonight. And what is it? It's about 3:45 in the morning, 13th of January, and I've not slept for a while now. But okay, so when you're extremely tired, you're exhausted, and your mind can play tricks on you. So he kind of come to the conclusion that I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm not crazy. Not that there's anything wrong with those who are, as long as they're getting help. But I'm not down that route at all. So it's for him to look, or for they to look at what else is going on. So he referred me to the memory clinic in Landock, so for them to do more assessments. Now I had thinking tests and memory tests done a long time ago, probably the beginning of last year, 2018. Probably the year before, I don't even know, and that's a problem. I was in a recent appointment, I was asked all these things, I just can't remember none of it, but I do have it somewhere. Well, I got all the letters anyway. So so he referred me to the memory clinic, and so just before Christmas I had I had an appointment, and we spoke with this neuropsychologist, and she was really, really lovely, and we, like I said, I've seen one before, I've had tests and all that kind of stuff before. Last time the tests, I kind of done really bad, mainly because I sort of wasn't recognising my illness as such then, and I was doing things like trying to cover for myself. So if I didn't know an answer to a question, I don't know, I couldn't move on. So whereas like I'm focusing on that question, thinking I know the answer, which generally I do, I just can't say it. And then by the time by the time whatever happens, it just goes, I forget. And I need to say, like, what was the question? But, within these assessments and stuff, they can't tell you the question again. So I done really rubbish. And they said that my anxiety is probably the reason why I'd done some rubbish on the test. And my anxiety was down to the fact I wanted to get back to work. I wanted to be the same old me. And I wasn't recognising that that's never going to happen in a minute. So I done rubbish on those tests, and so this test was another chance for me to kind of, see where I am and what's going on. So taking me back to the neuropsychiatrist, what was good about that appointment, I came out buzzing. I was loving life, because it seems to that he was concerned about the things I complained with in the beginning, which was the memory problems, going right back, which again I explained in the other face-to-face video. I'm going back to when I was forgetting my son's name, forgetting the name of, like, calling a chair dog, and loads of things I was doing. And these are the things that stopped me living a normal life, in my opinion. The memory problems is terrible. I can, get up and I know where I'm going. I get lost. And it's not get lost as in I don't know where I am. It's get lost as in I don't know where I was going, what I was doing. And, there's those things. I know how to get home again. I know how to, sort myself out. But sometimes I get lost not knowing what I was doing, if that makes sense. I don't know. So, so I got confident knowing that this neuropsychiatrist was referring me to some tests, again, that will help me. So there we go. Before Christmas, met the lady. She was lovely. Obviously, during the little appointment you have, well, not little, it was about an hour and a half or whatever, they're assessing you the whole way through. They're asking loads of questions and things. And I'm aware of that, don't get me wrong. But, I decided I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna really, really talk about all my sort of impairments. That's what it's called. It's like since the brain condition I have, encephalitis, I've been left with a ABI, an acquired brain injury, which is kind of like a brain impairment sort of thing. So I've got issues caused by that, which obviously the memory, blah blah. Told you all about this again a year ago. Repeating myself. That's another thing. Spoke to her. She decided to, she called me about 2 days later and said, Don, I'd like you to come in for some tests. Now, in the meantime, the assessment letter results came from the neuropsychiatrist, and he stated on there that he wants to get me tested for young onset or early onset dementia. So, before you guys start going, oh, damn, that's crazy, I just want to explain to you that dementia is huge. There's so many aspects to it, and the main thing is that there's so many types of dementia. And with mine, with what could be with me, it's what you understand is dementia is not the disease. Dementia is the effects of a condition that you have in your brain. So most people, or the most common thing, is Alzheimer's, and Alzheimer's causes a protein in the brain which stops messages and things coming. So somebody with Alzheimer's will suffer from symptoms that add up to 3 or more of a kind of box where they categorize you. And if you have 3 or more of these things, again, please comment if I'm saying this all wrong, or you've got a better way of explaining this. I really need some help right now. But so the symptoms and the things you struggle with and suffer with, like for example, memory loss, change of personality, which includes recklessness, loss of loss of things, loss of inhibitions. Is that the word? Inhibitions. You just change, and if it affects you on so many levels, then they will say, okay, that's dementia. But again, like, if you get a bug, and you get a cold and you're sneezing and you're coughing, all that, well, it's like that. So the viral infection is what's the problem, i.e. Alzheimer's, and how you do it is sneezing and coughing, all that kind of stuff, which is the effects of it, i.e. dementia. Okay, so I'm not scared of things. I know that I'm having lots of problems, and so if, again, any form of diagnosis makes me feel confident that I can smash it, and because I'm always positive anyway, I know that I can kind of, either get a diagnosis, which is good to find out what's going on, and then, do some research of my own, find out what's out there to help myself, and hopefully, if things work for me, I can help others. And not that I'm some kind of bloody saint or anything, it's just, I feel like if I'm going to have this, it's be for a reason. In fact, the whole young onset dementia thing is rare, very, very rare. It's not very likely that somebody my age gets diagnosed with dementia. But if I do, I'll be probably one of, or if not the youngest female in South Wales, in the UK that is, to be diagnosed. And if that's the case, all I can do is I don't know, just use it to get better, I suppose. Or I mean, there's loads of things I can do to bring awareness, I suppose. Again, bring awareness. I know you're probably sick of hearing me say that, but I can't just sit and be told, oh, you have this, and just, you know, go ahead and just, you know, drop dead or something. I just want to get, not that people with dementia drop, you know, risk of dropping dead, but obviously, like, some things are, or most dementias are progressive, so which means that right where I'm right now, sorry, babbling off. At a point before Christmas, she called me, and then I saw her this Tuesday just gone, so that would have been the 8th of January. So I had about a 2.5-hour appointment. I think it was from 2 until 4:30, where I done loads of thinking tests and cognitive tests and memory tests and things, similar to what I had before, but like I said, I was well better prepared to just be straight this time and just get it all done and just face it. And in my opinion, I did well. I mean, I know I didn't do too well in their opinion, but it was things like, you know, you got to count down from 100 in sevens to 0. I mean, I couldn't even do that without my brain going. Always been rubbish at maths, so that's kind of a rubbish test or rubbish example if you ask me. I had to spell world backwards, remember this address a few times. She said it. It was like a long ass address with a name and everything. I found it really hard. What else did I have to do? Copy some patterns. I mean, a lot of you who's been through these tests and things will be so so familiar. That's it, familiar with these tests, and it is bizarre, because if somebody's super bright or super intelligent, they can probably pass it anyway, you know, right there and then. And somebody a bit thick like me will fail it just because of my my rubbish maths, put it that way. But you know, who knows? I mean, obviously they know how to score these things up, but it wasn't just that. It was loads of tests I had. I had to play with some things, loads of then tests and things that she had prepared before I got there. So yeah, I went through all them tests, and then she said at the end that she's gonna get all the results together and give me a call. So to be honest, I had a few missed calls on Friday, and private number, so I really think it was her, but I don't know. But what she said she's going to do is get the results, and then we're going to see from now and the next 6 months to see how things go, better or worse or whatever. So that's the plan, to see if things go. I mean, I've been suffering with these problems since about 2016, so they know that this is not like okay, she's, you know, a little bit forgetful or whatever. They know something's going on. So yeah, the young onset dementia thing is a bit crappy, but I don't know. Again, though, it's all based on the brain condition I have, so it's not like as if it's coming from nowhere. At least that's one good thing. I mean, I know that people who have like dementia in older age and things, and you know, caused by Alzheimer's, it just probably you know, comes from nowhere. And with mine, at least, I know that I've had a brain injury caused by a brain condition, so that's what's left me like this, I suppose. And I can build on that, because up until now we've kind of agreed that, or they kind of stated that I probably won't get any worse, but I won't get any better. So I need to learn to adjust and recognise and maybe help myself. So the good thing is the neuropsychologist is referring me to the brain injury clinic here in Cardiff, where I will be able to get some help, some assistance, support, and look into things like speech therapy. Reason for the speech therapy is because there's a few words, I'm not going to try them now, but there's a few words that I can't say anymore. Really, really funny. I started off, I didn't even know what the things were. You know, I'd look at a particular animal and be like, oh my god, look at this. I think I've said this in my other video, I don't know, but I'm not going to say it again. Quite embarrassing. But yeah, not only did I forget what it was, I forgot how to say it. And so even though people tell me what this animal is, I still can't say it correctly. So I'm going to be getting speech therapy for that. Help with brain training, help my memory. There's loads of things that's gone within it that's really affecting me. They're going to help me with all of that. trying to think. Okay, right. So that's what's happening medically, and I'm just really positive because it seems like finally I'm getting help with the kind of things that's kind of making my ability to kind of be normal or everyday sort of life and abilities hard. You know, the memory problems, going shopping is difficult, and if I don't remember what I went into the shop for, I'll just buy anything. I mean, and totally rubbish, stupid stuff. I know we're all guilty of that, but yeah, I get so frustrated that I just buy anything. I absolutely buy anything, even things I don't like, you know. So, next on my list, I'm trying to move through this quick. I don't really want to have a really long video, only because I haven't really structured this at all. I just wanted to come on and talk to you. I did promise earlier on Facebook that I'm going to be doing a video. And again, it's been so long, I just really want to just quickly update you, show you my face. I mean, things are still the same, more or less. I'm still chunky moon face. I'm still, you know, much heavier than I was before. But it's okay, because you know, I'm getting either used to it, or even I plan to adjust, get fit and healthy. I've got a gym membership. The only problem with that is I haven't been yet, but it's a thought that counts. And the only reason why I haven't been is because I'm in a lot of pain most of the time, and it's things like neck ache, shoulder ache, rib ache. So when you go into the gym, it's like that sort of affects everything. And where I'm not sleeping, I'm absolutely shattered every day. They have given me some tablets to help me sleep, but to be honest, I'm already in like a state of sort of rubbish brain that I'm thinking that if I take these medications and things that kind of zonk me out, then I can't imagine what state I'm going to wake up the next morning in. But you know, I mean, something. I mean, I have to do something, I suppose. But I'm not always awake every night. I have had some sleep. Some of the medication does help. There's been one in particular, I don't know the name of it. I will let you know in the comments if you need to know, but it has helped me sleep a few nights ago, and managed to kind of reboot my brain a little bit. Again, how I'm getting to a video tonight with you is because basically I've kind of feel a lot more energetic than I have done lately. Well, again, I can't sleep, but normally when I can't sleep, I can't really think tidy either. And I don't mind doing this video tonight because this morning, because I've always said to you guys that I'm not editing them. I'm doing this as live. I want you to have the real sort of me. Because if somebody is kind of suffering from the similar memory problems or similar, you know, impairments and that, then there's no point me editing things and making it all look perfect, because that's just not how I am. The reason why I don't really see friends now anymore, well, up until now, because now I'm thinking, what the heck, actually. You know, I kind of stopped seeing friends. I'll go into my sisters when people are coming, because, you know, the first comment obviously is, oh my God, you know, look how big you are, look how fat you are, or look at your face, you know, and all that, which, you know, that don't bother me really. But then it's how I am, you know, the repeating asking questions. How have you been there? What have you been up to? Blah, blah, blah. I'll say that over and over again, to the point where I know I'm repeating myself. Is so ridiculous, and I still can't stop it because I still forgot the answer. And actually, I really do want to know what we've been up to. And then, I don't know, just random, I suppose. I just talk rubbish. Or if I do have something to say, I find it very, very hard to explain myself. So it just comes out wrong. Merging words together and all of those kind of things. But I do laugh at it. But because my children are obviously used to it now. But I know it's hard to be different. Because, you know, I was one of those friends, I guess, that people liked for sort of advice and things. And yeah, I used to be fun. Easygoing, which I am still easygoing, maybe too easygoing for this illness, because I just think, you know what, let's see what comes. It helps me because I'm very, very, very positive minded, but I know the people around me would rather me take this a little bit more serious, I guess. I mean, the biggest thing I can complain about is just the pain in my body, but because the word loss and things, okay, we all get that. I've got a new fancy phone that can help me anyway. Google Pixel 3, told you about that before. I was meant to do a review video of it, but I can't because I still can't get my head around it that good. But it is very helpful. There's a few things on the phone that would be really helpful with anybody with memory problems, brain injury sort of, or any sort of need for extra help, assistance. It's got a good few things on it. Anyway, one day soon actually, I will do a review video and tell you how this helped me. because I will be doing some more tech style videos, because there's a lot of problems that we fall into, especially if you have this sort of blockage with communication and understanding things and processing things. So I want to talk more about what's out there for us, what can help us, blah 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 blah, reviews, these are the plans anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of going into the next part, which is plans for next year, which is that looking into tech and things to help reviewing shops and restaurants, I guess, because guess what, that's where we go. And sometimes I get very, very, very frustrated. I just do. And if I'm giving somebody a dirty look, it'd be nice if they knew that, okay, this is a day where they know that a few people are coming in who might have certain, again, sorry for licking my lips, this is the steroids. I do have a drink here, but sorry, I don't really feel comfortable drinking like that. I don't know, not drinking like that. I mean, it's only Tango, but you know what I mean, swig. You know, I totally forgot what I was going. Anyway, allow that. So yeah, next year. So my biggest thing I want to do is travel. My dream has always been to go to America. Not as a tourist. I ain't going to Florida, Disney World, and all that kind of stuff. I want to go to, I don't know, real America, real United States of America. I want to go to Alabama, Mississippi. I want to go to those places because I don't know why. The music, the food, and hopefully the people. And I know somebody with my condition and my randomness is going to be rather crazy and maybe a little bit dangerous. But that's why I'm hoping that I can get to stay with somebody that I get to know. So some lovely female friends who, wouldn't mind a guest for a week or two just to get to see the real America. Maybe go to the shops, cook some food, those kind of the malls and all of them kind of things. It's a dream of mine, stupid really, but I want to go to America. So if you're watching this and you want me to come and visit you, I promise I won't be hard work. Well, I can't promise I will be hard work, but it'll be an experience for both of us, I'm sure, or all of us if you're a family, and depending on who I bring with me, because I can't go anywhere these days without a bloody chaperone, mainly because of my randomness. I mean, I can just do anything these days. But again, I got a brain condition, so on the plus side, I can get away with it. So it was a positive plus side with me, okay? No more pity parties, I'm just smashing this. I'm not being too confident, but if you do take time to watch my other videos, or if you do Google this condition, autoimmune limbic encephalitis, which means it's caused by an autoimmune, or like an antibody is overactive attacking my brain. Normally it's supposed to attack a tumour. They've looked everywhere for this tumour and I don't have one, so it's attacking my brain. And so, anybody with this condition will kind of hopefully understand what I'm saying. Totally lost track there what I was saying. But America, one big thing I want to do, because I always talk about awareness, not that I'm trying to be a saint and saying, I've got this illness to save the world. I'm not saying that. But I always like to think, okay, if I am going to carry this illness, the best plan is obviously to recover and, do what I'm doing now, charting it down, journaling it, and letting people know what helped. And, I do believe that it's the positive mental attitude. But I want to do more awareness, especially with the dementia stuff. I mean, I got loads of tests to come. I'm going back to her before 6 months. I got loads of things to do, but 6 months will be the time where she kind of tallies up some scores and sees if I'm getting better or worse or the same. Well, there's no better, but if I'm, not going worse with my memory now. So what I want to do is maybe have like a TV channel company, documentary maker, whatever, maybe get involved with me, and we can bring some sort of awareness and openness to this. I'm open to share my appointments with you guys, that you come in and see what I go through. I got no reason on earth to keep this to myself, because like I said, I think that if I'm going to go through this, I'd love to go through it with others who are, and those who may be suffering from the same thing, just to say I understand. I'm just keep looking down because I'm trying to keep to these notes and not make this video too long. So yeah, I'd like to work with a company. I know a lot of people, I did ask on my Facebook page who you'd work with, and a lot of people have said BBC as in like BBC Three or anything we do with BBC. So I'm going to tag BBC in this, or hashtag whatever you want to do, BBC in this video. afterwards, so that maybe, or when I upload it, so that maybe that you know, if they receive it, maybe they might be interested in me. And if you want to you know, comment and send me some message or something, and then maybe we can link up and I can tell you more about my ideas for a feature. Actually, it'd be really good, you know, just to follow things through a little bit with you know, more exposure. And you know, there's nothing better than that, than a proper TV company, skilled professionals to kind of do a proper film. It's much better than what I can do, innit? So I mean, these videos, I hope you guys are getting some from it, but I think that if we did do something like a sort of little documentary, you know, reality thing, then I think that it might help a lot more people. You know, it's not about me. I'm not trying to get famous. If I didn't have this, I wouldn't be here, to be honest. This has kind of forced me into it. For my own recovery, for my own brain training, to do these things, you have to think and think a lot. And like I said before, I'm good at talking, but if you ask me a question, that's where I get hit. But please feel free to just put some comments below. Any questions? I can talk more about my diagnosis in depth if you need me to. Again, go back to the old videos and have a look at them, check them out. You get to learn a lot more about how I got to where I am now, put it that way. Yeah, so I've talked about my plans for this year, mainly the America trip. I've got a few business plans as well. I got like where I bought last year, I went crazy, spent thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on a Mac studio, fully loaded. I got every single application for editing, recording, making beats, photos, videos, vlogging. Believe it or not, I mean, I'm just using an iPad now here, but I got all the kit over there. I just can't use it no more. But the kids can, so if anybody wants to come and hire my studio, obviously locals and terms and conditions apply, subject to status, kind of no weirdos in my house. But yeah, I want to utilize my studio. I will show you some pictures of it maybe if you're interested. But you know, I'm not pitching it here. Maybe I am, but I'm just saying that I got loads of plans. So it's like studio hire here. Moving forward with some projects with this brain injury stuff. So more about independent days where we can go shopping, and even restaurants and stuff, staff getting trained to understand that, you know, I might be awkward. You know, I might not want to talk to you this day. I might want to just put my groceries through without having a chat. If I had a little badge on and somebody could recognise it, okay, you know, she's got a brain injury, maybe that they can, you know, play it by me. You know, if I want to talk, I'll talk. If I don't, then don't be offended. You know, I've come to your tills just to check out my groceries, and the only reason why I'm at your till is because I can't work out how to use the bloody self-service thing. I didn't come here for a chat, love. That's what I feel sometimes. It's so rude, and like I said before, I love a good chat in the supermarket, but nowadays it's like I can't do it all. There's music playing in Asda's, the lights are bright, people everywhere. Then some lady is trying, not just Asda's, it's all shops. I'm not picking on Asda's, but I don't know. You know, it's difficult sometimes just to go shopping. So I think I've come to the end of my notes, which worries me because I don't want to babble off on some random stuff. But I hope I've covered most things on this video. Like I said, it's the first video of the new year. I just wanted to get one out to you just to let you know, one, I'm still alive, and two, I'm still doing this. Okay. Please support me. You don't have to, obviously, but you know, if you know how important these kind of videos are for people like myself who are suffering with things. I can't say I'm suffering, maybe who are going through things, experiencing things. Well, I am suffering, to be honest, but you know, not suffering terribly bad. You know, like I said before, I could be a lot worse. I know people from the forums, associations and societies that I'm members of, they go through a lot worse. I'm very blessed, I'm very lucky. All I need now is to get happier, get myself some things to do, really important stuff to do, rather than things that I can just cancel. I do have plans. My radio show Heart and Soul is coming back very shortly. It just takes more admin work to try and give myself more structure so I can follow it and then obviously complete it. But again, I got the studio here, so hopefully I get to learn to use it and do some stuff from home. Radio Cardiff has been very supportive, so there's no rush and there's no pressure, and I know a lot of my listeners have been asking when's my show coming back, which is really it's really lush. You know, I'm so happy that, not that you're missing me, but I'm so happy that you enjoy my show enough to ask when I'm coming back. So I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate the love and support that you guys do give me. You can just search Heart and Soul on Radio Card if you want to catch up, or if you're curious to catch up with some of my old previous random radio shows. I do love my radio show. You know, I'm not boasting. It's just yeah, I just enjoy the music I play and things. All love music and things. Anyway, that's coming up hopefully this year if I can get my head around it. Back to see my neuropsychiatrist Valentine's, where I will well, he would have read all the assessments and stuff from the tests and then see where he wants to go with it. I see my neurologist on the 31st of January, see what he's saying. He wants to monitor the fact that my steroids have gone down, so he wants to see how I'm doing with that, which in my opinion I'm not doing too well, because I'm, like I said, in a lot of pain, not sleeping, things like that. So what will probably happen there is he'll probably you know, yeah, just get me on with these other treatments and stuff that can help, which, you know, I don't really know much about, but as it happens, I'll let you know, okay? So that, like I said, if any of you is going through this, then you can kind of see, not compare, but you can, yeah, just check on similar experiences, and hopefully you're having the same sort of lucky experience with me. I've been really good with my doctors, from the GP right up to the consultancy, been fabulous. Even the nurses when I was in hospital, absolutely amazing. You can see some of those videos on my channel right here somewhere. So subscribe, like, share those who might be interested, and thank you for listening. And I hope to, well, I will. If I don't catch you in the next few days, I'll catch you this time next week. Hopefully not this time next week, because what is 4 o'clock in the morning now. Hopefully I'll catch you next weekend. There we go. Maybe even outside doing something more interesting, doing some more fun. Who knows? Yeah, getting a bit active, and yeah, I can take you with me in there. So if you've got any suggestions for any videos, any questions you want me to answer. Another thing in 2019, I forgot to say, I'm going to be doing a proper makeover of myself. I want to look fresher and healthier, so I want to change a few things up, maybe hair colour and my fashion. So if you've got any advice, if you're a stylist and you want to help me with a makeover, that'd be great. I'm not asking you to pay for it. I'll pay for it. I'm just saying, just come and style me out, advise me on some clothes and things. Oh, I'm going to be getting some tattoos. I'll let you know about that. I've got loads of things. Oh, getting the mini back on the road. This year, 2009, I hope that you guys feel as positive as I do this year. I think that as fast as it's going, I mean, it's already the 13th. I know that there's going to be a lot of blessings out there for me and people I know. All you got to do is stay positive, okay? So that's me, Donna Flame Brain. I'll catch you soon, probably with another video of Sia and me. Maybe the kids will jump into my video soon, and we'll talk more about the kind of wicked and funny things I get on with. But yeah, until then, I want you to stay well, and I wish you lots of love, and yeah, again, lots of blessings for this year, okay?